days of old, men would search for wealth untold. They did for silver and gold, and leave the empty home. And way down south in the place, where the black water rolls, grass waves, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, never gonna blow again. I'm calling.
What's up, YouTube? It's Nice Man 72. Let's keep that rolling. Let's kick some Rona ass. My wife's gonna get mad at me because I said a word he heard. But
I love that cup, man. What is that cup? What is that cup?
Furniture, nice. Thin blue line, baby.
Love it.
I'm retired Popo, 20 plus years. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Blue.
I almost did the crossover from corrections.
There it is. Hey, man.
Awesome.
Hey,
congratulations
on my family right there. Thank you, brother. Hey, everybody, I want to thank, we ain't got anybody on here yet, but people watching this thing, they're going to be jumping on here. It's just 8 p.m. Believe it or not, 2 interviews in a row, and I've actually got on time getting on YouTube. But, man, we got a great discussion that we're going to have tonight. I got an awesome dude. Been lucky and fortunate enough to have some conversations with through social media off of Instagram about cards and collections and whatnot. And it is a Bull Gator. I'm just going to call him Bull, but he's, of course,
up, everybody?
Had to do a Seminole win for Florida, even though he ain't a Seminole. But we're going to lead in about PC. There it is, PCing about high-end players, and he's probably got one of the hottest players there is. He PCs, and he's got a beautiful collection, and we're going to discuss about PC and high-end players and how to get, where to start, all kinds of, maybe some pitfalls with it too, to keep, new people I want to do to help them out if they're somebody. So, Bull, go with it. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and whatnot.
Been collecting some cards. Been collecting cards for a few years now, back in the hobby. Certainly made some mistakes. Not knowing what to collect or, who to collect, why to collect, when to collect. So it's been thank God for Instagram and all the great people on there shared wealth of knowledge and advice to me to help my PC get to what it is, because it started out a little rocky.
Been collecting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
How long have you been? How long you been collecting?
I've been back in the hobby about 2 years, but I collected in the early '90s, and that's kind of why I got out of the hobby, because I had all this stuff that I felt was worthless at the time, and I had collected for years, kept it in great shape, and I was like, I loved it, but it just wasn't. And baseball kind of had fallen away in the mid '90s for me. I didn't enjoy it anymore. But Acuna, Ohtani, these guys kind of made me fall back in love with the game. Collecting them and watching them made me fall back in love with the game. So
cool. All right. Well, man, Tatis, tell us how you got hooked on Tatis.
Probably was Horton Baseball's fault. Me and him talked a lot, and he was really high on the kid. I always loved Manny Machado. I know a lot of people don't like him. I like the way he played. He wanted to win. He had a fire in his belly. Me and him have a lot of similarities, I feel. And obviously liking him, gravitated toward Tatis as well, him being a Padre now. My boy Tommy Pham went from my Rays over to the Padres. So just a lot of things kind of happened for me and then watching Tatis and how he played the game. He seems like a purist. He gives it all on the lines, so a lot about that kid I like.
You like him? What's one of the first products you start getting you said, all right, I'm going to PC this kid?
When I first got into it, it wasn't like it was in the 90s where you go buy a box of Donruss or Tops, like we didn't have these groups and these discussion boards for people to help us learn the hobby. So I just bought everything like I was used to doing in the 90s. If I seen it, had his name on it, I bought it. I didn't know about rookie debuts. I didn't know about Panini. I just wanted Tatis. And then I spent so much money on stuff that was just worthless. And I could have saved it up, bought a higher end card that I'm proud of and love in my collection. Versus I've got a box here with 100 Tatis rookies, and none of them are, worth a quarter because they're Panini or. So I've learned, you want the rookie logo, even if it's an auto, but you want the one with the rookie logo, not the debut or the Panini. You want a Tops, you want a rookies logo. You kind of know what to look for after a while, and people helping you.
I know something we all, I say, and everybody that I dealt with, and it sounds like you're saying the same thing. Stay with the flagship licensed MLB. I think a lot of new folks don't realize that Panini and whatnot, they are licensed, but they're licensed with the Players Union, not with the MLB, and that's why they can't have the teams and stuff, and that's why they don't know their cards don't necessarily, the vast majority of them.
Yeah.
So, unless it's like real high end stuff, maybe like National Treasures or something, stuff like this, where it just doesn't hold its value. What would be some suggestions to say, I want to, like, I like Victor Robles is one of my main PC guys. What would be your suggestion to me? What products to stay towards or stay away from?
I mean, obviously your flagships, like you mentioned, and the flagship variations. I mean, I thought, to me, having a triple relic of a Panini product with an autograph at Tatis was just cooler than having a camo or a gold variant. Because I just remember being an 80s, 90s, or late 80s, early 90s kid collecting. I just wanted my guy. And now, if you get Robles, you want it on a rookie, you want it Tops. Tops is going to be game used. It's not going to be player worn, which means the world of difference in a card collecting. And to me now, Sapphire Parallel with his 410 rookie, like that's my biggest card. I love that card.
And we're going to see it in a little bit. We're going to make these folks wait for that now.
Well, 2 years ago, I'd have wanted the triple relic auto, not knowing, just because that's my dude. I want this thing's awesome. But now a flagship card to me is gorgeous, but it's just learning the hobby.
I remember I approached you and it makes sense, and we had that discussion. I had a Tatis Panini relic auto, and I got it for like $20 in an auction, and I can't give it away.
Yeah,
I can't give it away.
And it probably says player worn, so he didn't use it in a game. It's got no logos.
So I just got it sitting in a box. I mean, it's kind of like what I got it sitting in a box, collecting dust.
But if it's your guy, you love it. Like, I love looking at these cards of him. Some of them are worthless, but to me, they're, But now, when I got them, I was hyped. I just didn't know any better.
Well, collect what you love and love.
Yeah. Amen to that, brother.
But, so your mainstream, what's your opinion on the rookie? Explain to some folks what the difference is between a rookie card and a rookie debut as far as the card itself. And then if somebody wanted to flip, because I know you flip some stuff to be able to get other product for your player. If you don't mind, can you just discuss that a little bit, your take on it? And
I collect rookie debuts of my guy, but only when I pull them. It's my guy. I'll keep them, but I don't know if I learn stuff new every day. But I think that's like their secondary rookie they put out in the updates or whatever, just to put the main guys in the product. They're just certainly not desirable in the hobby though. And what was the other point you touched on? I'm sorry.
As far as resale on a rookie and a rookie debut on the same player.
Yeah, it's far and away. I think Acuna's update rookie debuts for like $5 now, and you see what the US 250 does, which $5 for a debut is good. So they're vastly different margins.
Man, I'm holding a Tatis All-Star Collection Silver Foil SGC 10 for you, Bubba.
All right, we have to work on that one.
Now, Tatis is your big one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you set yourself a budget? Still, how did that work? Did you have to control yourself?
My wife sets my budget for me when she starts to let me know I'm spending too much. But like you said, if I see a deal on something, if it's not my guy, but I know I can make profit off of it, I try to get that. I steer away from buying on Instagram just because I don't want to upset people. eBay is my go-to. Macari. If I can lowball there and then flip it, and a lot of times I've given people great deals on Instagram because I was able to get it at a good deal. So they get a good deal, I get a little extra money, and then I can add to my PC with it. So, but growing up poor, I didn't, you figure things out how to make what you have last or stretch it or flip it into something better. I wouldn't say poor. I grew up, hand to mouth. I'll say I didn't know we were poor. But it teaches you a lot of things on how to navigate life like that.
You never went without, but you didn't necessarily have caviar.
Amen. Yep, that's it.
So
a lot of supper won't be caught.
Hey man, I hope some of these people understand our accents. I hope they understand our conversation. Oh man,
this is me trying to cut it back a little bit. So
yeah, I try to watch it too, man. Understand, man. We throw some good ones out there. Y'all be all messed up. You think we only got one oar in the water kind of thing, but it's all good. Anybody else that you collect other than Tatis?
I'm big on Manny Machado. Obviously, C.J. Abrams. He's a number 6 pick coming out of Georgia. Kid just rakes. Eloy. I don't have a lot now because I've sold so much because I've been trying to keep the wife happy and collect Tatis. So it's been a fine art. But yeah, I love Eloy. I think he's going to be awesome. They got some good pitching around, and now they obviously got Lewis Robert in the lineup.
You said it right.
It's got to be crazy. But yeah, I like a lot of guys. Some of the guys I try to target like there's people that people just aren't thinking about. I try to go in there and think about them a little earlier than others and see if I can flip it later.
Now, when you get product, are you buying retail like everybody else? Or are you trying to go on big steel collectibles or Dave's or whatnot? Are you breaking boxes, breaking hangers? What are you doing? Are you just the mindset of instead of spending a lot of money on breaking product, I'm for individual cards?
Yeah, definitely. Now that I've been in the hobby a while, I'm targeting cards. I kind of know the price point. I do overpay sometimes because I want the card. I think we all do that. But I used to buy a lot of retail, just retail ripping all the time. And then couldn't afford the card on eBay because I had retail ripped so much. But it kind of taught me how to get rid of the cards that I didn't want for the cards I want. And I had stacks of, rookie cards that I kept. And, but it used to be a lot of retail ripping. Now I'm targeting stuff on eBay. I'm watching trends. I'm paying attention to guys like you and cleat chasing, Mason. There's so many good guys in the hobby that you can just learn from. Triple Crowns, like all them guys, what they're doing, I'm watching what they do and learning, or hopefully learning.
Yeah, I caught last night Triple Crown's break on some of the stuff that you got last night, and it was like, yeah, I get on there. I wasn't going to say anything, and he like threw a shout out, wait. And I'm like, yeah, awesome, man. I'm just trying to learn about the product, so I'll go in and I'll watch stuff because I'm a little bit of a night owl myself.
Yeah.
So
I think that's something important too. Not to cut you off, Nat, but somebody like him, like Triple Crown or Big C. Those guys are going to give you a fair break. I don't know the other guys, so I'm not trying to say anything. I don't really buy into breaks, but a guy like Triple Crown, a guy like Big C, I'm going to get something for my money. They're not going to rip you off. They know their evaluations on their product and how they can make money, and you can still get a good deal. So I think it's just if you're going to get into breaks, find guys like that you can trust. And you can come out. You can really hit some big cards in those breaks.
And I think it's important. I think it's a really good point to make that. What's up, Chandler?
What's up, Horton?
I know you've said it. I know I do it. I'll have cards that I'm flipping. And if I'm on Instagram, or if I'm in my group, I swore Facebook off, and I have literally, but peer pressure made me join as Nats Man Danner on Facebook, and I'm limited only to the hobby.
Yeah.
And I joined the Bobbles group. With that being said, with that group and with certain on Instagram, and if you're a follower of mine on Instagram, or I've dealt with you on other sales or something, I'm cutting you. Well, anyway, I'm cutting a break anyway on the card.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to make a car payment.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm going to price it fair, actually probably under market value. And depending if you're in this group or if we have an established relationship, because I know we've made offers to each other, and timing was an issue.
Yeah.
Both said, "Man, that's a fair offer. It's just bad."
I'm still sick about that Tatis I passed on from you. That Stadium Club, that was beautiful.
Yeah, you were the first one. And I told you, I said, "Man, I'm not posting it. You got first dibs if I get it."
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I regret that one. I'll listen next time. That was a pretty card, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, but I think people ought to realize that not everybody out here is trying to make car payments.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and it's a piece of cardboard too. Folks, don't price yourself so high that you're not going to move anything.
What I kind of do too is if there's a card I want or some cards I want, and I kind of know in my mind what I'm going to spend to get that card, I'll start thinking about my PC and like, well, what cards can I move? And like the Otani I sold today is like $250 card. I'm sure it's going to be, more than that when the season starts. And I cut the guy a good deal on eBay, but I'm going to make the money I want to get my PC card. I can give somebody a deal. I'm all for that all day. I don't have to make top dollar on everything. That's
good to know, man. It's because it's good to know everybody build these relationships with each other, knowledge, and make working relationships with each other to build. I am on a NBA.
Oh no.
Spree on Kobe, man. I may have to go. I may AA or something, man. I'm sniping stuff, man.
If you're buying Kobe, you can afford AA. You're going to be good.
Man, I'm getting cards for under $10.
Yeah.
$8. And it's something we ought to talk about is these auctions. I just think you should, as a seller, be doing auctions. I think you're leaving a lot of money on the table on auction. And
absolutely.
And I'm hearing chatter where if somebody they're not doing, a good point was made was on the Bobbles discussion last night was I hadn't seen a reserve. I haven't seen a reserve on an auction on eBay in a while. And there's talk that there's people, if they're not meeting their reserve, why pay that fee? If you win my auction, Bull, and I like it, I didn't make enough money, I'm just going to cancel the sale and say the item's damaged. I ain't got to prove nothing.
Yeah.
And that's happening to people.
I think auction's smart if you have a card that you can't find comps for. If it's a 101, if it's an acetate 1 of 10, and you don't want to set your cap at if you just pull that Tatis 101 Super Frat, I'm sure you saw it. You don't want to set your cap at $5,000 or $10,000 because there might be a guy willing to pay 20. I certainly would put a reserve on it. But I don't sell anything at auction. I just don't see the point. I'm going to put it for what I want. And it may change on me because I'm usually just flipping it to get a PC card. So if I figured out how to get it for PC, I might pull it off of eBay or I might give somebody an offer just to move it so I can put a little money back in my bank. I always see some of these cards as just tools to help me get PC cards. They're not. I don't have to make, like you said, pay a car payment. My wife does really good. I do really well. So my baseball cards are just to buy more cards.
Yeah, it's disposable income to have fun.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And my typo, I was answering CW. I've been eyeballing an orange Donruss laser for Kobe, and didn't want to overpay, so kind of reached out. But yeah, I got my orange laser on Donruss rookie card.
Nice.
It looks sweet.
When are you gonna show us the Kobe collection, brother?
I dropped some in the submission. I've got some back there. I have gone to the one touches. Some are the black border, and those are getting hard to find. But so I've just gone to the UV.
Hey, we can talk. I got a bunch of them for you. I quit using them. I've got a stack of them. I do nothing but the gold card saver golds. So
okay.
I got a stack of one touches for you, brother.
Cool. Yeah, we got to talk. We got a deal.
Right.
But I've got a case. It's a case for one touches.
Mm-hmm.
I'd bring it out there. It's so damn heavy to bring over here at this point. But I'm putting my one touches and I'm sleeving the one touches in their bags.
Yeah.
And I've got some Kobe's. I've got the mosaic stuff. I've got black jersey.
Oh man, I can't wait to see this.
I got a couple of red jerseys. I got red, white, and blue, black jersey, red, white, and blue.
I think you should just start from your least favorite and do one a day and let us just kind of see this collection.
I tell you, the big one that I got, man, was on eBay, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but I got the chrome. Is that someone sitting over here? No. I got the Mike Trout, his first Topps Chrome card.
Oh, that's amazing.
I got 4 of them, either 4 or 5. I bought a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I got them, and the average per card was $30 a card. So, you know,
that.
$50 and $60 one card alone. And, some of them, there's 1 or 2 that probably, honestly, would probably grade 8.5 or a 9, but they're all, there's 1 10 I feel comfortable at a 10, and then 2 that are a 9 or a 9.5. So,
yeah.
But I got those.
I like what you're doing there, man. Building your little nest eggs.
Well, I told my wife, I said, anything in them suitcases back, those hard cases back there.
Yeah.
I told her who she needed to go to on it. Mm-hmm. And I said, don't let those walk out the door with anybody.
I think that's important too. When you go to sell your stuff, for me, I always have a buyer. I have a buyer in mind, whether it's eBay, Mercari, Instagram. Like, I kind of, as soon as I get something that I know is not going to be in my PC, I'm not going to stay with it. It's not always for profit either. It's just for down the road. If I want to sell this, I bought a trout for $650 and sold it for $700. It went doubled in price, and I felt like after I sold it. But I mean, that stuff you just got to live with. But I always kind of have a seller in mind when I have a card.
Yeah, and my local card shop here near me. He doesn't move a lot of sports card. It's more going to gaming and stuff cards, whether that's Pokemon or Dungeons and Dragons kind of stuff.
Yeah, my old school comic shop or card shop here is a comic shop now. He still does his baseball stuff for me, but we have a really good card shop here, Mealy Pops. They do a lot of sports cards. They also, like you said, a lot of Pokemon and stuff. I'm getting there and get lost. I don't know what all that crap is.
And then the big one that I go to, and I guess he's a local card shop, but he's down on the other side. I'm on the north side of Charlotte, North Carolina, and he's down on the south side. And Charlotte's got a big belt around it like Atlanta does.
My wife's got people in Statesville, man. When I come up, I'll have to see you.
Yeah, man, I ain't far from Statesville at all, man. Probably about 25, 30 minutes at the most.
Her uncle stays in Tennille now. He ain't there at Statesville much, but yeah, we stay up there. It's nice over there.
Cool beans, man. Oh, man, look, I'm telling you, this man right here, if y'all are not this man on YouTube, you a clown. Because this man has got the funniest content in the world.
I'm going to check it out.
Dude, he's got a parody where it's Hitler in the bunker, and they're discussing Slabgate.
Oh my goodness!
And then he's not dead either. Everybody thought Stoff was dead, that he died, but he's alive, man.
Argentina.
Yeah, and man, he's great. He's good people, man. He's good, great content, man. I love your stuff. You know that. I'm fangirling right now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to support good content, man.
Yes, sir. And then, but what I was saying was it's Charlotte Sports Collection. I want to give them a shout out. So if you're in Charlotte, North Carolina area, moving through the area, they're over on the south end off of 485, over in Ballantyne, right off of 485 exit when you're coming through Charlotte off of 77. If you're coming up out of Atlanta, but
we're going to make a day of it. I'm about to check that out. How far is it in the state? It's in Statesville? It's outside of Statesville?
No, this one's on the south side, on the south, near the South Carolina border of Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know, Statesville's up on the north side, but yeah, it's just down around the Beltway, man. It's with traffic from here. I'm in Concord,
mm-hmm.
and it's probably a 45-minute drive down there, but it's worth it.
Yeah, me and the wife are talking about coming up there in our later years.
Yeah, hey, man, straight up, holler at me when y'all are up. Nats man might be in the mafia real soon. Laugh out like that's hilarious.
Man, you
can't refuse.
Oh, man, I could just hear you with that accent. Put your money in the bag.
All right, hey man, I need my pay. Come on, I need my protection money. Give a dip.
There you go.
But with are you having trouble with finding any product that you like?
I can't find any serious cheer here. That's good. I mean, my hobby shop has it. I like buying retail. I have a lot better luck out of retail personally. Man,
all right, cool. We got like 10 people in here. Let's go ahead and show some of your cards, man. I've been bragging about your cards. And save that best one for last now. We got to make them hold out.
All right.
I'm going to put you on the big screen by yourself. I'm going to step off there and let you.
This is the 2019 Stadium Club short print photo variation. This one, Horton Baseball has started the addiction with this card. He had told me about it, and just going after this card, man, I'd seen so many other cards that I kind of wanted. And then that led to these Stadium Club autos. Stadium Club autos are some of the best autos. I don't know if y'all seen what the Acuñas and Gleyber's are doing. Of course, if you collect anybody, you want their first Bowman Chrome auto. Topps Chrome flagship. You know, I love anything that's got the rookie logo. Their flagship products, you can't beat it. Not a big money card, but I love the photo variation. It's my favorite Chrome card he has. It's a complete set photo variation. Obviously, we talked about before. You want to get flagship variations. This is the gold variation, and this is my piece of resistance. For me, this was just a huge card. One I never thought I'd have. You can't. Anytime you can get a flagship variation, it's the way to go. And this is just a national conference auto out of 50. That's all of them, that man.
What's your take on the? Man, my video stopped back here. What's your take on the variations? You know, you said you like the variations. What about like the ones with the holiday versions and stuff? What do you collect those? Do you see value in those moving up at all, or you think they're stagnant or potential one?
I think anything like if it looks like it's first Bowman, if it's an identical picture, but it's a variation, there's going to be potential there. Anything that looks like the flagship rookie, any variation of the 410s are going to have some value. I know like the All-Star A complete set full. It's not huge, but it's still a variation. I would grab that one. I think any variation of their key rookie cards. We can see what Trout's doing with the target red. There's same with Machado. That target's really hard to find. It's 3 or 4, 100 times as much for Machado. You can get a rookie for $5. The target's $50, $60, $70. Any variation of the flagship, you can't go wrong. It's always going to take care of you. So that's the ones that target, in my opinion. I like anything with the rookie logo, the name. As long as it doesn't say rookie debut, I'm good with it.
Now, I noticed you got slab cards. Do you slab or do you buy slabbed?
I sent my first submission in January and haven't got it back yet, so I've been a little tentative on sending more, to be honest with you. I think it's always a good thing, whether you're flipping or, just your PC, they slab your cards, though. If I buy it purely to flip it, I'll sell it raw a lot. If you get a 9, you could have sold it raw for the same price, But if you got a 30 or 40 Acuna updates that you saved up, grade them jokers. If you get some that don't grade as high as you want, crack the slab, sell it raw. But I do see importance in grading it if you can afford to wait that long.
Right. I know we had talked about it before we went live, and I want to see what some of the comments might be. Man, I didn't see Andy. My bad, Andy. What up, fellas? He's trying to sneak the swatches in at work. She blinded me with refractors, man. These good people. Man, he's like a mentor to me on this YouTube. He's been really helpful on how to do my channel.
Yeah.
Quick shout out. But if anybody in the chat room here wants to throw a comment up about it, let's do that. And get your take, of course, Bull. So we can talk about it. Is that I've got the opinion that unless you're going to put a high-end card with a quick turnaround that you pretty much know you're going to sell, I don't see any reason as an individual to submit to PSA or SGC or Beckett or any of the top 3 with the wait times that they have for individual sales. I honestly think here since Corona in the last several weeks, I think the momentum has moved to really doing group submissions. The group submission on that SGC is a $10,000 order right now. And so if people don't think that bulk orders are getting preferential treatment,
you're crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy, because they're not going to leave that money sitting on the table.
I think it's important too to learn from people that know more than you, obviously. Like I'm in a group fortunate with a bunch of amazing guys that I learn from all the time. But you don't have to do what everybody's doing. I flip stuff that I want to flip. I grade stuff I want to grade. Like, it's your collection. Learn from people, but still do you. Like, we don't all have to do the same thing. Like, that's something that annoys me. Everybody tries to follow the trends, and the guy that doesn't follow the trends is gonna win. Like they always do. Be original.
Think outside the box.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Alico. I got it sent. Be a wolf, not a lamb. Don't be a lamb following people. Never put all your eggs in one basket. But I'm not sure. Does anybody out there got any thoughts about group submissions versus individual submissions? You do, type something out there. We'll throw it up.
I mean, the whole hobby could be wrong about Acuna. They could be wrong about Soto, God forbid. But if everybody follows that trend, they're you could be high on David Fletcher, and David Fletcher could turn out to be the next guy. So I think it's important to be smart and do the smart thing, but it's also important to know what you want to do and be true to yourself in the hobby. If you want to grade everything, grade everything. If you don't flip. I think it's individuality is still important.
Yeah, and I respect the fact. I was talking with Andy. She blinded me with refractors and we were talking, and I asked, about PSA and SGC. Why is there some, and it's more so PSA guys that are real anti-SGC. And I think a lot of it is that it's the way they collect. They're uniformed. A lot of us are a personality. We want uniformity. And yeah, it doesn't bother me, but I can see where it can bother somebody where collection is not uniform.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, when I buy hats, I want New Era or I want Columbia. Um, even if I like the logo of the hat, I still want it to be one of the hats that I'm putting. So I mean, that's a bad, But I see what you're saying. I would definitely, if you're a PSA guy, you're not going to go out and buy SGC slabs. You're just not. But
Yeah, and then Stoff. I don't remember what the cards were. Yeah, I did a PSA. My very first submissions was with on my own, and I was led to believe by what PSA was putting out there is that I had to have a membership to submit. And it's all in the wording. And I come from a law enforcement background and understand about articulation. That's whether that's verbally or written. So, I bought that membership to PSA for a year, and I've yet to see any kind of discounts that benefit me. I sent an order in right before Thanksgiving. It took to get them to acknowledge that it was there in the system, and it took literally just over 6 months to get it back. So yeah, like what Stoff's saying, trust who's got good referrals and a good background. Mike O is really good. He's switched. We were talking, y'all, and Triple Crown C has taken and is in partnership with Mike O on that side. Took his PSA, and he's doing SGC submissions. So both of
it's
them.
like anything else. You got to vote with your dollar. Everybody complains about PSA. I've seen some PSA 10s that look like trash. And, I've seen some really good cards come back at PSA 8. So if you're not happy with the product, don't use it. That's how, the free market is an amazing thing. It can, if you don't like something, don't give it your money. It's my philosophy. So,
and competition between the three grading is only going to help us. It's going to make them compete more, be more on their game, and want our business. I think.
I don't know if you've been seeing Mason cleat chasing his stuff. Them SGC slabs are gorgeous. He gets high grades. He takes good care of his cards. But he's kind of made me think, man, I could do something with SGC. That's where I want to put my money at. PSA's kind of burnt me.
I think I got some cards that I'm going to have to go PSA because I'm not going to go back since SGC doesn't authenticate autos. Well, great autos if it came from the manufacturer that way. But if you went to the ballpark and had Harper sign your card or Acuna sign your card, they're not going to grade it. So you're forced to either go to Beckett or PSA. And I got a bad experience on that Wander Franco I've got with them on their grading on the auto. It's the only Wander Franco auto I've seen that's out there that's an 8.5 auto grade.
Yeah, that's weird.
Through 9.5 gem graded card. Every other Wander Franco card I see it's either a 9 or a 10.
I don't understand the whole grading the auto thing anyways. I mean, the dude gets a marker and scratches his name on the card. It's cool to me. I don't have to have it at 8 or 9. It's crazy to me.
Hey, Bull, CW's got a question for you.
Man, Top Series 2 from 2020. I've ripped one pack of thank God Big C had that break last night. I've ripped one pack of Hobby. And I can't find any retail.
Yeah, retail is horrible. I mean, it's not out there. It's my understanding Target and Walmart's doing like Academy Sports is doing with ammo. Limited purchase to like three boxes of ammo at Academy.
It's never been this bad in my area. Somebody, I don't know who he is, but I've been able to get every other product, and this product, somebody's bought into the Lewis Robert hype. They have taken everything. Same with the Bowman this year.
And I'm going to be honest, that Lewis, and I'm a Lewis Robert fan. I've got stuff PC. I've seen the man play ball in Charlotte. The man can play ball. I'm not holding a lot of stock in his rookie card compared to that Bowman Chrome first. I think that's a better looking card. I think it's just all around a better, even the paper Bowman, that same pitch, when it's a good card, I think it's way better. Other than his 2030 top series card, I like that.
And here's the way I think too. With like paying $500, $600 for a first Bowman, if you look at what Machado, you can get a Machado. I just bought one today, and I've been kind of watching them. But you can get one for $200. I think right now for me, it's too early to buy the Roberts, and I may regret it later. But if he doesn't start off hot, what does he do in a 60-game season? Can I buy this for $300 in a few months? So for me, and I'm with you, man. But the first Bowman is gorgeous for him. So the Series 2 doesn't do anything for me other than make me want it because I can't get it. But
Yep. And I'm not going to for that card. I'm not paying what I think. What raw minimum? The cheapest I've seen is $15 minimum.
Yeah,
a day or two, and I heard it's gone up.
So I remember when you could get Acuna updates for that price.
Yeah,
as Horton's got all of them. He kept all his.
Hey man, I tell you, I messed up. I had the Juan Soto's update plain rookie card. I bet you I sold a lot. Remember when I was trying to get rid of all those Tatises I had back around Christmas?
Yeah.
I had some Juan Soto's, and I posted pictures, and somebody made me an offer, and those cards weren't moving.
Yeah.
Those weren't moving. I sold a 10-card lot for nothing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I wished I had hindsight's 2020, I guess.
We're human, man. We count the hits, or we count the hits and not the misses. So you're gonna do stuff like that. But you're not ever gonna count when you got that really good deal, or you might remember it for a little while. But it's those ones where you sold something too early that eats you up. But I get it the next deal. I don't worry about it. Life's too short.
Yep. And something's really cool. We're talking about Lewis Robert, and I'm really disappointed in the Nationals because I'm not seeing them put it up here. There's some stuff with them I'll bring up too that I'm kind of concerned that's going to affect the hobby, especially with these players that are not going to play, and then you got players that are getting exposed to the Rona at the ballpark from other players. But something cool the White Sox are doing on YouTube is that they're showing live sessions. I think the Phillies did it today, live sessions of inter-team play. And this week I was watching it. I got TV playing, and I'll listen to different YouTubes, like a podcast kind of thing, while I'm working because I'm lucky enough to remote work from home. And Lewis Robert, he knocked the cover off that ball.
Yeah, and then tricked.
His follow through spun him around, and he fell. And everybody held their breath.
Yeah.
Then he did like a ninja roll and got up, played it off. Mm-hmm. And I don't know who the pitcher was, but he threw his gloves down. Everybody all the players went nuts. So they're having a good time. But I'm telling you, it went center field, not the cover off of it. That man, I'm telling y'all, that man is a beast. What a bat.
He is. The thing too, I do it all the time too. But when you want something, or everybody's buying something, you feel this urge. Well, I got to get it. You can still go get an Acuna rainbow foil. You can still get an Acuna gold. You got to pay for it. But if you want it, they're attainable. And I want to get some Lewis Robert stuff. I just don't feel like the products. People are still ripping it. They're still buying it off the shelf. So I just feel like there's still going to be time. I'm being in it for a little while now. I don't have that urgency where I'm selling the kitchen sink to get that card. I know I'll obtain one when it's time. I don't know about you, but for me, cards come into my life when I wasn't expecting it, or I don't force it anymore. It happens when it happens. So
yeah, I think especially with this too, it's underwhelming with the cards that they've got in there. Either hold out what you're doing and what I'm doing is hold out and seeing how it's going to play out on the pricing, or just go ahead and buy your own hobby box, or buy if you've got the capital, buy a case. They're still affordable. They're not. I mean, they're expensive. You're paying for a case of hobby box. It's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
My daddy always said, "Don't have caviar taste in the Pepsi Cola budget." So
all I know right now is there's guys that are still going to their Walmarts, their Big Lots. they're still finding 2018 series too. They're still finding 2018 updates on clearance. So I don't see the urgency for me personally. But I mean, if you got the capital, get it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the White Sox, they're my American League team because we got their we got their AAA team in Charlotte, and then Kannapolis Cannonballers changed their name from the Intimidators for Dale.
Tim Anderson, man, he's getting slept on so hard. That it's Tim Anderson. Have y'all not seen what the guy's doing? I mean, Michael Kopech. There's a lot of reasons to be excited for the Sox.
Well, I don't think you've heard about Michael Kopech. What happened to him this week? It's been reported that they had to talk. He's had some sort of mental breakdown. They had to talk. The pitching
Really?
call him and talk him off the ledge, kind of thing. So right now, he's getting some help for something.
I grew up a Braves fan, man. We have Mark Waller, John Rocker. I'm used to that. It'll be all right. Now I pray for the kid, though. I pray for the kid. I hope he's all right.
You know where I'm at, so you know if you're a Brave, there's Braves everywhere. If you ain't a Braves fan here, it's like you're getting burned at the state like the witch trials or something.
Me and my granddad growing up with him. He loved him. I loved him. I used to hear him scream at the TV at Needle Nose Blouser. We had Crime Dog McGriff and Raphael Furcal, Andrew Jones, Klesko. Those were my guys, and they kind of piddled out. My grandfather passed away. I went over to my Rays and became a Rays fan. Evan Longoria was my guy. There were so many good players there that I liked. So, and then I kind of got away from the sport. And now
you brought up the Rays. You brought up the Rays. You know we got to talk about it with everybody, and let's get some feedback from the group and see what y'all think. I went to spring ball. Now you would know better than me. This is your team, but I went to spring ball and saw 2 games with the Rays, and actually saw they had a whole practice session closed to the public that I was able to sit in on, and I watched Wander Franco.
He's a switch hitting animal.
He has bulked up. He was focusing on both games. He started third base. The one game he played the entire game. They didn't even pull him. And is compared to Carter Keyboom playing third for us. I want Wander Franco to come to the Nationals, baby. I'm telling you. But I think he's on the 60-man roster. I think he's getting called up. I think he's going to be there opening day. I'll be surprised. He may not play, but he'll be in the dugout however they space him out.
If it's me, I'm not putting him in a 60-game season. I'm just not doing it. I might let him get a few games, but he ain't going to play much.
Yeah, he's going to play. I'm not saying all 60 games, but he's going to play this year.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a prime time for these prospect guys where they're like, let's get them. This is a good time to get them immersed.
Yeah.
Without having to pull an entire season. I think, so. But what's your take on Wander?
I like him a lot. He's a switch hitting animal, man. But like even investing on Wander, like his hype's starting to come back up. Great investment. You can't go wrong with Wander. But I think if he does play a few games, he doesn't have very many good at bats. There's going to be times to invest. So I just try to wait now to invest at the right time. That's been a key for me being able to flip and get my PC built up and then make it profitable for me with just flipping your stuff at the right time, waiting for the right time to invest. Don't follow the trends. But Wander's going to be great, man. Kid hits from both sides of the plate, has a great glove. He's one of them players for me. The hype frame was real, kind of like Lewis Robert. Wander's a real deal. I think he's going to be great for our organization. I'm excited to see what he'll do.
I wanted to show some of these people ain't seen these, but these are my Wander. I got to show my pride and joy.
Uh-oh.
That's a gold label. That was off a 4-card raw purchase off of eBay. And then my Wander cards. PSA hurt me on the grading, but and then you look the population up for these two cards, the 30th anniversary orange. I think there's only 4 graded, and these are 2 of the 4. And then here's the one where Beckett killed me.
That's crazy.
So that's my I had it for sale, and I'm like, man, I just like this kid. I'm gonna hang on to these cards. I ain't selling it, and then I ain't getting rid of Lewis. But
There's two kind of PSA 9s to me. It's either a BGS 9.5 or it's an 8. Like I don't know. I think PSA 9s are great investments.
Yeah, and a lot of people say that sell your 10s and collect your 9s and 8. Well, I got a PSA 8.5.
Don't buy the card. Don't buy the grade. Buy the card.
Yep.
Look at it. If there's good pictures of it, ask them to send more. If they want to sell it, they'll send you pictures.
Yeah, CJ Abrams. I'm sitting on some raw cards, first chrome on him. I hadn't had graded yet, and what's your advice for me on that?
What? I'm sorry.
CJ Abrams. I've got Bowman first for him. I've got about 6 of them. I had more than that, and I gave my buddy Cards, Guns, and Collectibles a couple of them for a gift to get him up to speed on some modern stuff.
I don't like to grade my cards unless it's one I know I'm going to keep for me personally. I don't think that's a good strategy for everybody. I just think if you got a good raw, if I have anything damaged, I'm going to tell you it's damaged. I'll sell it as damaged. I'm not going to sell anybody junk. But a raw card commands a good bit of value. If you think it's a 10 and you want to sell it as a 10, then just for me personally, I don't believe in grading everything. But that's my strategy. I think that applies for everybody.
And I'm sitting on him. What do you think this kid's going to do? You think his product's going to? Where's his value at now? I haven't even looked. I was like, because I said for the Padres, they can be a mover and shaker. They could be some contenders if stuff lined up just right.
He come out of Georgia, got a lot of talent. He had like a 15, 16 game hitting streak in AAA. Like the kid's good. He's legit. I'm hyped on him, but I might be biased. He's going to be my next first Bowman auto. I just got Machado's because I wanted Abrams, but a first ballot Hall of Famer in my eyes or a young kid, I'm going to go with Machado all day. But I think Abrams is going to be great for a long time. I don't know where he's going to play at. I don't know how they're going to do this, but I'm eager to see.
Doesn't he usually play infield for y'all?
He's
second. Is that his natural position with Georgia?
Shortstop. Yeah.
Cool. Is there anybody else that you are, you PC, it'd be kind of like the fat chick on the moped?
Yeah, I'm streaky, man. I was going after gallery autos and I was going after Stadium Club. I moved a lot to kind of build my computer setup that I wanted. And then I moved a lot of Tatis, and I was like, I can't have my Tatis looking like this. I'm just streaky, man. I do me. I'm happy with it. I stay in my lane. I'm streaky though. I drive Horton crazy. He's always trying to give me advice, and why are you doing that? And then he's always like, oh, I'm proud of you. You did good. I'm streaky, man. I'm crazy, brother.
Cool. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to pose? Got a little bit of a delay, so I'm just going to give you an opportunity. We've had a couple of questions posted up.
And I feel like I'm so novice at this, man. Every day is a school day for me. There's so many guys that I'm in all of. So,
well, man, you
definitely don't take my advice.
You gave sound advice tonight, man. Some of the things how to avoid the.
You were one of the first guys I kind of seen what you were doing. You invested smart. You were sending the SGC slabs, and then I seen other guys like cleat chasing doing it. So I learned from everybody, man. I don't like to follow people, but I like the good ideals and good people. You can't go wrong with that. But I don't try to model anybody. I think that's when you get in trouble. Because you might do great for what Nat Man does, but I might not be able to do what Nat Man does.
Well, something I learned being in law enforcement, when you got out of the academy, you had to go through FTO, field training.
Mm-hmm.
You had, with my agency, you had 3 FTOs. You had a primary, secondary, and your finalization. And you would ride with each one of those for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a learning process. And when I was told, and I always told people that I trained when I became an FTO and an instructor, is basically what you're saying. Take a little bit from each one of your training officers that are good habits.
Mm-hmm.
And remember what the bad habits are, so you don't up, but do the good habits and then culminate everything together to fit your style.
DSC was a little different. They just threw us in before they gave us training. So we worked at the prison, and we had 6 months after starting there to get trained. So it was kind of a unique sink or swim situation. But I don't know about you, but I found the guys that loved the job were not nice guys. The guys that hated the job were the best guys I ever worked with.
Yeah. You definitely had old school and new school. I was the guy. I to a certain extent, I was considered the gruff asshole at first until you got a couple of weeks into it, and then you realize why I did what I did. Man, I wouldn't let you use the computer.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't let you use my equipment. I made you take your stuff in and out of the car. You're responsible for your gear.
We had Chapter 33. It was about this thick. And when you read through it, the rules and regulations, our bylaws, like, it's all the ways the guys before you had screwed up.
Yep.
So just don't go to work. 8 in the gate's what we call it. Do your job and go home.
Yep. And it was like, there's a reason why there was a policy written, because somebody did it to make the policy happen.
You're there long enough, you start seeing it.
Yep. Man, you got anything in closing, Bull?
No, it's been great, man. I've really enjoyed the conversation.
Man, it's awesome. Thank you for taking the time to being on here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us and educating me and educating others and building relationships with each other. That's the main thing.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed it, brother.
And everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, look at that. He's got a heart. Can you believe that?
Cuz, what's up, Cuz?
Well,
I think we need to swing our way out of here with John Anderson, brother.
Oh, absolutely. That's what
Just a swinging.
Let me find it on here. And but man, I appreciate everybody being on here tonight, taking the time out of your busy schedule. There's other things you can be doing. And
what were you doing during the pandemic? I was hanging with the homies on IG. What's up, fellas?
Hashtag Dirty South Productions.
Amen, brother.
Tagging your stuff in your Dirty South Production now, brother.
All right, man. I love it.
Here you go, y'all. By request, we can get it to play. Ain't got twang in it, just ain't music.
Amen.
In our neighborhood, her name is Charlotte Johnson, and she's really looking good. I had to go and see her, so I called her on the phone. I walked over to her house and what's going on? Her brother was on the sofa, eating chocolate pie. Her mom was in the kitchen.
Cossack, thank you for being on here tonight, man.
Later,
Please, all y'all be good, man. We're out of here. Keep your head up, eyes up, head on a swivel. Deuces.
Later, fellas.